Hi friends, Grace here again. Thank you for stopping by in my YouTube channel. I'm going to share with you some of the leftovers with a homemade kit that I put together. So I could have shown you what I had put together before I started making it, but because I just felt I haven't scrapbooked in like close to a month, and so when I put this kit together I just felt like I needed to scrapbook right then and there, and so I just want to show you what's left over and then all the pages that I created with it. So I love this scrapbook, or I mean this iris containers from Michaels, because it's clear and it fits everything that I want to include in my homemade kits. And then you can also buy these inserts and you can rearrange these little dividers to fit your need. And so here are some of the things that I is left over from the kit that I put together. This homemade kit didn't really have a color scheme, although I did start with a paper pack, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But of course I used some adhesive, so I had that in there. I pulled out a lot of the stuff that I had put together in this kit were all new to me, and I've already shown this in some of my haul videos before, but I did use this Teresa Collins 4x4 paper pad that I got at Joann's in a clearance section. Let me see if I can close up. So I just used that one. And then I used a few of these photo corners that are gold. I got this one in a clearance in Michael's a long time ago. I pulled out some of my pre-cut. I do a lot of binge cutting with my Cameo, and so I pulled out some of them to hopefully use. I did manage to use a couple of them, but not this one. And then I had some feathers that I got from a pocket letter. I pulled it out but never got to use it. This one is from a Heidi Swapp sticker sheet, and this is the only one that was left. And these ones are a couple of stickers from the Love Notes collection of Basic Gray. That's one of the paper pads that I had gathered or grabbed to use in this kit. And then this one is a Cosmo Cricket word sticker in pink. And you can see I used some of them, not all of them. Then I also grabbed, I had an LE Studios, no, is it LE Studios or Lawn Fawn? No, Freckled Fawn, I'm sorry. Freckled Fawn kind of Christmas embellishment pack, and it had cork, it had a frame cork, and then these things I didn't use the December nor the ornament, so I'm just going to put that aside. And then these are the paper clips from Teresa Collins. They're gold, and I got them at a clearance, at the clearance section in Joann's, and I used a bunch of the hearts. So I used the hearts, and then the the stars I'm just gonna keep. I pulled this out because my papers had a lot of green but never got to use it. I got this from a swap. And then I recently got this Happy die cut from Heidi Swapp, and I did use that a couple of times. These are some of the packs that from the products that I had. I did have this washi. This is just from the Joann's, kind of the Recollections brand. I don't know what their brand is, but I'm more familiar with Michael's because it's closer to me. But I had a black and white plaid, and then this one, and I've used up all the plaids, and they were only $1, so I was happy about that. And then I did break out my Maggie Holmes roller stamp, I'm sorry, and I used a lot of the hearts in just a couple of the words, I believe, and just ink pads to match. And then I pulled this out. This is a very old sticker sheet from Nikki Seville's, and I just pulled it out because I was looking for a specific block of stickers, and it just happened to have the green one, so I pulled that out like later on when I was doing some finishing touches. These are just scraps. I used some thickers, and this is kind of a canvas fabric for some of my titles, a bunch of scraps, and then I pulled out my stencil from Heidi Swapp. I used it only once. And then this is, I think this is from Amy Tangerine, and I really like this, and I've seen a lot of people use this in this layout, but in their layouts. But the problem is I felt they were humongous to be putting in my layout. And you know me, my layouts have a lot of pictures in it, and so I felt like it was just too big. And also another thing is I felt like even though the words were so generic, I couldn't fit them in some of the titles that I wanted to have. So I didn't really use them up. I'm sure I will use it up one day, but didn't really. I did manage to use a lot of the little hearts, and they're foam, so they're fun. This one is from the KI Memories. I used a lot of the word strips for titles, but I didn't get to use a lot of the dates or days of the week. But this is all that was left. There's 2 sheets of them, and I just cut up the smaller one, or the one that didn't have a lot, and then just stapled them. So a lot of my papers that I pulled were from Basic Gray. One is from the True Love. This is quite older pack or collection, but I love that there were pinks and blues and reds, and I actually matched it with a newer Basic Gray collection, which is a Christmas line. I wanted to, with this kit, I wanted to challenge myself to use a Christmas line and use it for non-Christmas layouts. I hope I'm making sense with that, because I felt like I have all these papers that, you know, Christmas papers that I actually just recently pulled out for my December daily, but I felt like there were just too many, and I don't make enough Christmas pages. I mean, I do make them, but there's just not enough for the products that I have, and so I wanted to challenge myself to use these, you know, the traditional Christmas items in non-traditional ways, and I think I managed to do that here. This is some of the papers that I was talking to you about that's in the newer line, and this is called Juniper Berry, and it's a fairly new line. I got this when I went to a class in Scrapbook Expo in October. So here are some of the items in that. I've used up some, of course, of the papers, but what's left is I have these. And so, as you can see, in this paper pad, there were the kind of emerald green, dark green, there's some reds, there's some pinks, and there's some blues. And so that's why I grabbed this other one, because I noticed that the blues were pretty much the same shade as that one, and then they had the pinks and the reds as well. And I had like a bunch of scraps in this collection. I didn't have all these papers to work with anymore because I've used them up already, and so I thought that combining them, and plus they were from the same manufacturer, so I figured that the hints and the tones of the colors would be similar, just because I noticed that with manufacturers, they have this certain vibe that runs across all of their lines, all of their collections. So I think I managed to do that. There's this tree, and this one is actually a pink paisley paper that I pulled out just because I thought that the pinks and the reds would work, but never got to use it. And then here is the sticker sheet that had a bunch of letters that I did manage to use most of it up with my layout. So let me put this away really quick and then show you the layouts that I did make. I want to let everybody know that I am super grateful for all those people that have watched my most recent series, which was the... I can't talk and put this together at the same time. Ha ha ha. Anyways, the people that have watched and have subscribed due to my latest series, which is Double Page Inspirations. So thank you so much. And I read through all of the comments, of course. I didn't get to comment back or reply back for most of them, but I am just grateful that you guys hear me out and that I'm not the only one that does double page spread. So with that being said, I am planning on continually making more double page spreads and making a process video with them, because I feel like we're all in the same boat. We just want some inspiration for our double page spread. And although there are a ton of single layouts there with, you know, 1 or 2 photos, I gotta say, I am still a double page spread or a multi-photo gal, and so I'm just glad that there are other people that feels the same way I am. And so let's just kind of spread that love around, or that inspiration around, and maybe hopefully get a lot more people into the double page spread kind of mode. Okay, so here are my projects. And I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. I am pretty chatty today because I haven't done scrapbook videos in a long time. So I apologize if this is going to be really long. I'm going to try to speed it up. But here's the first layout. And a lot of these are going to be on my blog because I am entering them for challenges. You know me and my challenges. I love them. And they are my motivation. So this is a double page spread, Easter. What I did is I tried to incorporate the tree. As you can see, it's right there. It's a very minimal addition of the Christmas. You can't even tell that there was Christmas papers in here. But I used the tree because there's a lot of pictures of my kids running around in the backyard when they were egg hunting. And so I used that one. And this is actually one of the cut apart sheets from that juniper berry, and there was like a on the top it says happy holidays or something like that, and I just covered it with a picture so that nobody would ever know that this is a Christmas line. So I kind of loved how I was able to find ways to extend my papers. And then just a bunch of pinks from the True Love. This one is the Heidi Swap. Now I cut it out with just green cardstock, but then it was just so flimsy and I wanted it to kind of raised a little bit. So I also cut him out with fun foam. As you can see, there's a fun foam right there. And then I adhered it together with some Ranger multi-medium adhesive. And so it got raised. And then there's that Teresa Collins heart. I have a couple of these flowers from a swap that I received, and then I had this doily also from my swap stash, and I just misted it with red so that it will pop out a little bit more. So that's, excuse me, that's my first page. Here is my second double page. I know, right? I'm cranking the double page spreads lately, which I'm so happy about. Okay, so here is another layout, a double page spread, and white background. I noticed that when I use white background, all of the colors that I pulled together kind of just works really well. So here's a fun one. I used the tree here. As you can tell, it's a Christmas tree. But because it was a hike, I thought it would work really well. And this frame had a what's up or something like that. And I just didn't think that it matched my layout. So I covered it with paper, and then I added some of those word stickers from Cosmo Cricket. And then added my title. I had blocks of pictures, and then I also added some of those stickers from that True Love, the Wild Things, and then With You on the second page. I also pulled out some of these square accents from Chic Tags that I did kind of sprinkle on my layouts. And here is another cut apart sheet from that Juniper Berry, and as you can see, it's you know, kind of festive and holiday-ish, but because of my layout being more outdoors and hike, I think it worked well with that. So don't be afraid to use your traditional Christmas items in a non-traditional layout. Here's just a single page, and I used the trees a lot here, and so I don't know if this is gonna speak Christmas to some people, but for me it doesn't really, because of the pinks and the browns. Here it just works really well with the Bear Lake pictures and the kind of outdoors. The pink all came out because of the raspberry smoothie or raspberry ice cream that I got from Bear Lake, because that's what they are famous for. This specific cork one was a Christmas line, so it had a happy holidays, and we didn't have these taken, we didn't take these pictures during holiday season, so I just covered it up with paper and some stickers. And here is a wood frame. I just put in my journaling in there, and then use the KI Memories for my title. And here's another one. It's a single page. So this is my first page that I used with the kit. It was, I don't know about you, but it took me, so I haven't scrapbooked in 3 weeks, and it was really hard for me to make my first page. I don't know if it's because I was so rusty, or it's just that the colors that I was using wasn't working, but this took me a long time. I would say, because I was watching a movie with this, and so it took me about 2 hours to make just one single page, and it's not even that elaborate. And so, but I felt like I just needed to play, and so this is basically my kind of getting my hands or my feet wet back into scrapbooking. I used the stencil, and I used my ink pad and just added the dots on there. I used the stamp. I had the doily, kept it white, and then that Chic Tag squares. And here is that big Amy Tangerine title I was talking about. This is the only one that I used the words for it. And so that's that. This one is based off of a sketch and also a challenge to use some of the Cameo. And so, like I said, I do a lot of binge cutting, and so I was able to use up these ones that I'd cut with my Cameo. And this is this picture was taken the same time that we did the Palmer Park hike, but I wanted to kind of do a little bit of kind of a, I don't want to say emotional, but kind of in that sense, emotional type of layout. And the title is I Will Follow Your Lead. I used this layout, this picture, to kind of document some of the changes that's been happening in our family. My husband just recently decided that he was going to apply for a different job. And so it's kind of, we're having some of these changes in our lives. And so I thought I would kind of scrapbook that, and the way he's looking out into the distance, it kind of reflected my feelings toward the changes that we're making. And I support him 100%, of course, and I am looking forward to the new things that's going to happen to our family. And so last page is a bike rodeo. This is actually based off of a color scheme for the challenge that I wanted to do, kind of winter holiday color scheme, so it could either be red or white, red or green, or black or white and blue. So I decided to do the blue because it matched my son's colors in this one. As you can see, this is not a Christmas nor a winter layout, but I managed to work it out because the colors just lend itself well. And I did add, the neutrals like the gold and the black and whites on there, but yep, this is my last layout. And then with all of some of the leftovers that are in my kit, or my homemade kit, I put together a pocket letter. And here's a fun one. This doesn't have any recipient. So I don't have anybody to give this to. I just like to kind of use up what I have and make something fun out of it. So here's a fun thing for you guys. If you want to receive this pocket letter, can you leave a message or leave a comment in the comment section below, and tell me what you love most about crafting, and I will pick a winner to get this pocket letter right here. I will mail it to you, and hopefully it will bring a smile to your face. So no need to swap with me. That's fine. I just like to pay it forward. But yes, if you're interested in getting this pocket letter with all of these goodies and in the mail, just leave a comment below, and I will pick a winner. I will post this, and then I will pick a winner 2 days after I post the video. So that is that. Thank you so much for hanging in there. This is such a long video, but I hope to see you again soon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.